तो बच्चों इस वीडियो में हम लोग ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने वाले हैं। ट्रांसवर्स साइनोसॉइडल वेव मूव्स अलोंग ए स्ट्रिंग इन द पॉजिटिव x direction at the speed of 10 centimeter per second. So what they have given is there is a wave which is traveling in the positive x direction. So this is the direction in which it is traveling, and the speed of that wave is 10 centimeter per second. Okay, this is the wave speed, 10 centimeter per second. Wavelength of the wave is given as 0.5 meter. Its amplitude is given as 10 centimeter. And at particular time t, the snapshot of the wave is shown in the figure. The velocity of the particle at p, when its displacement is 5 centimeter along y-axis is. So we have to find the velocity of this particle. Okay, there are two velocities: velocity of wave and velocity of the particle. So velocity of wave is given. We have to find the velocity of the particle, which is displaced 5 centimeter along y-axis. So how do you find the velocity of the particle? So there is a simple formula for that, and that formula is given by this equation. Velocity of the particle is given by omega into under root of a square minus y square. Here omega is the angular velocity of this wave, a is the amplitude of the wave, and y is the displacement. So amplitude is given, then displacement is also given. Okay, displacement is given as 5 centimeters. So how do you find this omega, angular velocity? And to find that, we need to use some equations. So we know that velocity of wave is given by this equation, lambda by t, where t is the time period of the wave. So we can say t is equal to lambda divided by velocity of wave. And once we find this t, we can easily find the angular velocity as 2 pi by t. So it is gonna be 2 pi by t is nothing but this value, lambda by velocity of the wave. Velocity of wave is given, lambda is also given. So now we know this omega, right? Angular velocity. So we can put these values in this equation. But before that, we have calculated this omega as this one. And now we can put all the values because we know omega, we know amplitude, we know displacement as well. So just put these values there. So 2 pi divided by 0.5, 10 raised to minus 1. This is the omega, this is the amplitude, and this is the displacement. So after solving this, what we get is 2 pi divided by 100 into under root of 3, which comes out to be root 3 pi divided by 50, and here j cap meter per second. Velocity is in this y direction. Okay, velocity of the particle, because particle is doing SHM along y direction. But is it a negative or positive? So how do you find that? So for that, we need to use this equation. Velocity of the particle is also given by minus velocity of wave into dy by dx. Okay, so dy by dx is nothing but the slope of the particle. So velocity of the wave is positive, right? Because it is traveling in the positive x direction. So this vp is equal to minus, this is positive, right? Velocity of the wave is positive. Now dy by dx, is it a positive or negative? It's basically a slope. Okay, let us find out that one. The particle is over here, so if you take the slope for this particle, this will be the slope, and you can see that this particular slope is a negative slope. And reason why it is negative is because second half of this line is going in the negative direction. Okay, that's why this is a negative slope. So we can say it's a negative slope, dy by dx. So negative negative becomes positive. That means this particular particle will have velocity which is in positive direction, and that's why plus root 3 divided by 50 into pi j cap meter per second, that is the velocity of that particle. So just to summarize, there are two equations that you need to remember. Vp, velocity of particle, is equal to minus v wave, velocity of wave into dy by dx. dy by dx is nothing but the slope. And velocity of particle is also given by this equation as well. So these two equations are very important. Omega into under root of a square minus y square. And another important equation is velocity of wave is equal to lambda divided by t. So these three equations you need to know. If you know these three equations, then it's very easy to solve this problem. Thanks for watching.